Earth versus Ari. You can call me Earth, you can call me Ari. We're gonna be going over dating horror stories. As they say, we meet the worst person of our life at 19 years old, and I can concur. But a blessing came out of it because I do have a daughter. She's turning 6 next month, so exciting. But he was an absolute terrible person, and I learned so much through that relationship, so much that I will not tolerate. And I know all the patterns and the signs, pretty much of a narcissist, because that's what he is. It's scary dating in this day and age, but at the same time, the reason we know about it is because we have like social media. So these people 9 times out of 10 already existed. We just didn't know about it, like because there wasn't social media. And plus, they weren't really getting caught up. These people probably had multiple families and nobody knew anything about it because there was no social media. There wasn't phones at one point. So who you gonna call? Okay, and then women didn't have rights, so they needed a man. That's not this day and age, okay? So when you guys see red flags, do not act like it is a theme park. Money. I'm all for women doing whatever the fuck they want. And ahead of time, excuse my language, I curse for fun. And I have my glass of wine here. Let's get into these horror stories. Ahead of time, I just downloaded these, so I really don't know what they're gonna say. So if they say some crazy shit, I'm sorry in advance. I didn't know, I didn't see them. Stop that. And if you guys hear some noise, it is a stray cat that just walked into my house.
Okay, guys, I think I'm finally ready to tell the story of how I went on a date with a 50-year-old man and ended up on the side of the road. And I do not need the comments to come here and tell me all the fucking red flags that flew straight across my face from early on. But, you know, we listen, we judge, but we also do it for the plot. Come on now. It was like the first hot day in New York, and my business partner was sick, so I'm like, you know what? I have a little time between clients. Let me go to Starbucks and get her, you know, and I know, get her a tea. So I go to Starbucks, I'm getting her a tea. As I'm walking in, some tall, light-skinned, bearded, you know, dressed like a 50-year-old man, but the face. Swipe it. Swipe it. So we walked past each other, but he was with a woman at the time. And I got eyes. I can see that you're handsome. I looked, grabbed my Starbucks. And as I'm walking out, he's still by his car. We were both parked illegally. So I was like, oh, you're like living life on the edge. I love that for us. I'm literally waiting for the woman to like come into his car. But they give each other like a friendly hug and walk away. And I'm on the phone with my best friend, Michelle. Shout out. Bad bitches everywhere. I'm on the phone with Michelle. I get in my car. I said, girl, this nigga is fine. I'm like, this nigga looks so fine. But he's walking like across, like in front of my car. And I'm just like, gee, I was like, he's looking at me. This man is looking at me. He wanted it. I knew he wanted it, girl. Come on. So he walks straight up to my car door, and he's just like, you are so beautiful. And I'm like, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'd smash. No, I didn't say. But I was like, you're a very handsome man. Like, I have to admit that or whatever. So we get to talk, and we're having conversation. In the initial conversation, guys, there were a couple things that he did say that were a little bit spotty. I ignore when men speak to me sexually because I just feel like, obviously, you wouldn't have spoken to me if you didn't want, like, it's a visceral attraction thing. Like, I don't think everyone thinks I'm sexy. But I know the game. You didn't come over here because you wanted a friend. Or did you? Did make a couple sexual innuendos, but I skipped straight over those. I literally ignore them. Like, we gonna talk back about what we was talking to before you said that thing. I'm gonna answer those questions. I'm not gonna answer any questions about sex because I'm a lady. So he did tell me that he was 50. He said that he was a political consultant, and I think that was probably the main reason on why I let a lot of the shit slide. And sometimes, you know, I do hear, and I'm not to say I'm not having intellectual conversation all the time or political conversation all the time, but we be talking about niggas. We don't be talking about politics. And I love a good, you know, a smart man that uses his medulla, a little piece of that oblongatus, you know what I'm saying? But he did tell me that he buried his daughter like 3 days prior to us meeting. And I'm like, and you trying to talk to a girl at Starbucks? You need to be at home grieving. I have already known that man was mentally unwell, but the conversation flowed very easily. It was fun. It was quick. He was charismatic. I'm charismatic, baby. You look good. I look good. Do you want to play pool tonight? I ain't got shit to do. I wasn't dating at the time. So I'm like, okay, fuck it. I'll go on a fucking random date with a grown-ass man. Maybe I need a grown man in my life. Maybe that's where I've been going wrong. I don't. We exchanged numbers. I end up, you know, he asked me for some pictures. And I'm a classy girl, so I'm not going to send you some pictures straight up off the bacchus. You know, you got eyes. You know what's... Yeah, so I sent him like really decent, nice pictures you can find on Instagram, something like that. I just went to my favorites. Mind you, he's sending me nice pictures too, but then there's one and the shirt is off. He looked like a prison nigga. I said, hold on, political consultant. Maybe that was your old life, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you're grown now. I don't know. The pictures looked a little old, grainy. You know how they was doing it back in the day.
Red flag. Flag on the play. If they send you old pictures, flag on the play, red flag.
I go to text him and because I'm trying to figure out whether maybe I want to see you today in my same work clothes or maybe let me freshen up for tomorrow and I'll put something cute on just to know that I'm going to see you after. Make sure it's, you know, it's right. He starts acting mad weird about that. And I'm like, to the point where he's like basically not texting me back. And I'm like, okay. It seems as though you want to see me tonight, so you know what? Fuck it. I really had nothing to do.
Red flag number, I think we're on 3 at this point. If you sitting here getting mad early on when y'all just met, red flag. And he got problems with control issues 9 times out of 10. Shit.
I really was gonna go home and rub my ankles together, so I had no problem with that. So he tells me to come. Come to where he lived. It was an apartment building, so I didn't know exactly where he lived. He was gonna move his car, and I'd park my car in his parking spot. It wasn't a garage; it was on the street. This all matters later. Pay attention. I can say that I am naturally indecisive, but if I do know what the fuck I want, I know what I want. It's not a game. So if I'm indecisive, it's because I'm taking in your opinions. But don't do that with men. Fuck their opinions. So we get in the car, and I don't even get in the car. He goes to open the car door, which all men should do, and I don't play about that. He goes to open the car door. He says hello. I don't even think he gets the whole hello out of his mouth, bro. I don't even think he gets the whole hello out of his mouth. He literally like, you're very indecisive, aren't you? And I said, let me sit inside the car before you start making assumptions about who I am. Please.
You're not about to start before y'all even get to where y'all going. Let's keep smiling.
Let me sit. So I get in the car. I wait till he walks his ass around because now you want to talk. Let's talk, Papa. So he gets in the car and he's like, you're very indecisive, aren't you? I said, no, I'm not indecisive. I'm giving you options. If I'm giving you options, that means I care about your opinion. If I didn't give you options, I would be like, I will see you tomorrow, and that's that. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to give you options. I looked fine enough to be at the pool hall, but I could look finer in 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't expecting this, but I'm approaching it in a fun way. I'm a funny girl. I'm a lighthearted girl. Let's keep the ball rolling. Once I X that out the way, he's like, oh, you dress very modestly.
Why not just compliment the way she dressed? Do you want somebody dressed like a whore? That just kind of shows you what he was. He's telling you what he was expecting you to wear. He was expecting you to have the girls out. He was expecting you to be showing something.
Ask my friends if I dress modest. I don't dress modest, but you're a 50-year-old man. Why I'm gonna show you bikini pictures and straight cheeks. No, you're gonna get when I'm dressed nice, going out with the girls, because that's the kind of woman I think that you would want. And it's not to say,
Okay, red flag on her part. Why the fuck you care what he would want? Do what you want to do. You don't dress for other people. You dress for yourself.
I'm a slut. I have one poster girl dress, just one. Not to say I dress slutty, but just to say, like, sir, I'm not gonna send pictures like that. I don't know you, so you'll get those when we get a little more.
And something tells me that when that woman left, that he was probably on a date right then.
A little more friendly. He's just like, well, I would love to dress you. And I'm like, I kind of like the way I dress myself. Like, you don't need to be dressing me unless you're gonna do it. Are you gonna pay for it? And he's like, oh, I have no problem paying for it. I just like my girl to dress very sexy. I want when she walks into the spot, everybody turns around and looks and wants to F her. And I said, that's nice to know. Moved on the conversation because every time I walk in the spot now, I already think like that. But like, you're 50 years old. Why would you want a woman that everybody wants? That's weird. You're an adult. So we get to the pool hall and we're going to get drinks, and it's kind of cool. It's a cool little spot. He's very talkative, and I'm a yapper too. So I'm like, go ahead and get your shit off. So the bartender comes over and he's gonna ask us for drinks. So I'm like, oh, I'll take a margarita with Don Julio. He goes, Don Julio? Oh, you got money. Sir.
And he's broke. And he's broke. And he's broke. You can't tell me that's not something that broke nigga would say. Don Julio ain't even that expensive to be given a reaction like that. But then he's talking about he don't mind dressing you, but he's complaining about your drink choice. Okay. Okay.
Do you not have money?
About 7.
I let him make a little comment about his stupid ass, the Don Julio, because I would pay for Don Julio by myself. I drink Don Julio all the time. You don't drink Don Julio? This man orders like a Long Island iced tea. This is like flag 50. Yeah, I know. This is flag 50 because what the fuck? You a Long Island? I don't even know the last time I drank a Long Island. I must have been 21. You're triple that. So we're playing pool. We're having a good time. Not even. We've hit 2 balls. And we're having good conversation. And he goes to give me a hug. When he gives me a hug, I was like, oh, you trying to fill up on me? And he goes on my butt and shakes it. Oh my God, I have to go to part 2.
We not doing no part 2 of this shit. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Girl, you just have somebody sexually assault you in front of everybody on a first date. That is relationship shit. Like, if we in a relationship, oh, grab both hands, juggle it. I don't give a fuck. But listen, we ain't in this is the first date. That's sexual assault, sir. And she just, let me see, is she gonna explain some more? If not, we're not going to a part 2. Okay, yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. No. Absolutely the fuck not. Okay. We're gonna go to the next one, because no, ma'am. This one says scary dating stories. Let's check it out.
One time I was talking to this guy on Bumble and he wanted to go on a first date and he wanted to go on a hike. And I know that's like a new thing now that people want to go on a hike and don't want to get...
Red flag number 1. Hiking? That's like serial killer shit.
Drink, don't want to do that. I was like, okay, that's fine, but I don't want to go on a hike. I don't want to go in the middle of nowhere in the woods with someone that I don't know. I was like, well, how about a park or something? He's like, no, I want to go on a hike. And I was like, okay, you're gonna go on a hike by yourself then. I'm not going into the woods or into the middle of nowhere with someone I don't even know, sir. And he was like, all right, well, we can go for a drive then. I'm like, I don't want to go for a drive. If I didn't want to go on a hike, I don't want to go.
Why are all these things free? Why are all these things free? And not just that. Why is it really serial killerish? I need a picture of this man, ma'am.
drive. I do not want to be alone with you, sir. That is not what we're going to do on a first date. Hello. People are crazy. So then he was like super pushy about it. And I thought that was weird. And then he was like, well, that's fine. We can go to this park. Then I'll pick you up. What's your address?
The
and I
park,
was like,
free again.
Absolutely not. I'm not giving you my address. You're a stranger. And he was like, why? I want to be a gentleman. Why won't you let me pick you up? And I was like, you can be a gentleman in a million ways. And you being super pushy right now is not the way to be a gentleman. I am not giving you my address. And he was,
The fact that she has to keep explaining this to him, it's really fucking annoying. This would piss me off.
super aggressive about it. So then I was like, you know what? I'm going to block you. I'm not going to talk to you anymore. So I blocked him on Bumble. Now, he didn't have my full name. He didn't have my phone number. All of a sudden, I get this Facebook message. And he was like, hey, sorry, I'm in the CVS parking lot. Someone pulled up next to me. He was like, hey, why did you block me? And I was like, bro, this is why I blocked you. First of all, you are super aggressive. You want to meet in the middle of nowhere. Second of all, you want my address. You're like, want to pick me up, whatever. And now you found me on Facebook. I do not know how. Like, I blocked you, and unless you had my images saved and then you Google image search me after, like, why did you even have my picture? Like, how could you even find me after Bumble? So then I blocked him on Facebook, and he finds me on Instagram. And I was like, bro, you are boo, 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 like setting up all sorts of alarms. So then I got back on Bumble, and I like reported him to Bumble, and I was like, hey, this is what's going on. He seems super creepy. He's super pushy about a first date. He wants to meet a first date in the middle of nowhere. He wants to meet in the woods. He wants to go for a drive, whatever. Now he's found me on all of these different forms of social media. So I blocked him. I blocked him here. I blocked him on all forms of social media that I can. And then I didn't hear from him again, but I was like, this is a little sketchy. So I have the guy's like information, and I am always like watching the news to see if maybe he pops up as like a serial killer or something. But I think I might post him on one of those Are We Dating the Same Guys and just be like, hey, alert, alarms, like watch out for this dude because he wants to meet you in the middle of nowhere, wants your address, and then he gets really angry if you don't give it to him.
Genius, almost. I mean, I wouldn't even say genius. It's just having common sense in today's age. If he's doing all this, she should have put his picture on here. But I know she's probably just not doing it just because she doesn't want him coming after her or anything. Like, and I understand safety and all that. Yeah, let's go.
So I met this man on Hinge, and that's already a red flag.
Little story. I don't know if you guys are in Houston, but anybody in Houston, there's this guy with glasses, and he was like I'm not gonna say serial, fuck. He was going on these dates, and he was literally just eating and stuff, and then walking out on the bill on a bunch of women, right? So he goes and he posts. No, I'm not saying what he posts, but in this group they post him, like, and a couple women post him, and they're like, yo, he did the same thing to me, blah blah blah. This nigga look like Arthur. I don't know how y'all let this loser sit here and punk y'all. But anyway, he posted in this Houston Vibes group, which is male and females, because usually just the Are We Dating the Same Guy Houston version is all women, and the moderators make sure it's just women, but some women are pick me's and still go back and tell the person blah blah blah. But anyway, I see him post on this Houston Vibes group talking about, oh, I'm trying to meet up with friends, blah blah blah. And I text under the group, and I was like, hey, aren't you the guy that's walking out on women? He starts going the fuck off on me, talking about, oh, I'm gonna sue you, I'm suing all those people, blah blah, for defamation of character. I'm sorry, bro, nigga. If you I'm so sorry if you don't have the money to pay for your own meals and you sit here using women.
I've heard success stories from Hinge, so I'm not knocking it. Anyways, we met on Hinge. We matched on a Friday, and he was honestly trying to take me out like that night. He was like, oh, let's meet here at this time, whatever. And I was like, I deadass just ordered some Wingstop. Like, I'm big cozy in my bed. That's not happening, but I'm free tomorrow if you want to meet up. So he was like, cool, tomorrow, same place, same time, let's get into it. And like, honestly, there wasn't a lot of small talk before we like agreed on plans, because I'm just not somebody who like likes to text back and forth. Like, I'd rather just get to know you in person. So instead of going back and forth on the app, I went ahead and just gave him my number so he could text me, and we'll just go from there, you know? So come Saturday, he calls me in the morning, which I thought was really weird because like, I don't know you like that, so why are you calling me? But by all
Quickest way to get blocked.
means, like, I didn't answer because I was with the client, so I just went about my day. And then I texted him and I was like, hey, sorry, like, I was with the client, what's up? And he was like, oh, like, no worries. He was like, it's me, whatever, and I just want to make sure that we were like confirming our plans for the later that night. And so I said, yes, cool, I'll meet you there, whatever. And as the day went on, like, we were texting each other back and forth, like, kind of sporadically, because I was busy and I was working. About like an hour before the actual time that we were supposed to meet up, we were supposed to meet up at 6:15. We texted just to make sure, and then he told me he was on his way, and I left late, so I did arrive a little bit later, but got to the restaurant, he was already sitting down, and honestly, the date was going great. It was going very well, and I was really surprised because this was only like my second date from like Hinge, and I'm not like, I believe in dating apps, but like, you just cannot trust men. I've heard more horror stories from dating apps than I have success stories, so I always keep my guard up with this. But I mean, if you're inviting me to a nice steakhouse, like, I would think that you have the funds to fucking pay your part at least. Like, I don't go out unless I know that I can pay my part. So I showed up knowing that, hey, if it's split checks, I know that I got myself covered. Like I said, the date was going great.
I'm sorry, but if it's a split check, that'll be the last time you see me, bitch. I've never went on a date and split a check.
We were, you know, having a great time. We had 2 rounds of drinks and a round of shots, and we didn't really eat much. Like, we were more drinking than we were eating, so it was fine. And then we, you know, got our last round of drinks, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick. So after I come back from the restroom, he asks for the check, and the waiter brings the check. And at this point, like, I'm distracted because I realize that Houston Fire Department is in the restaurant, and they're attending to a lady who, I don't even know what happened. So of course my chismosa ass is like locked in and trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. And so he like opened the check, closed it, and he was like, starts looking for his wallet. He's like looking at his pants, like looking, fucking patting his shirt, like what? So he's like, I can't find my wallet. And at that point I'm like, okay.
You mean tell me you don't got Apple Pay? Even Androids have like GPay or some shit. I don't really know.
It's probably in your car. You probably dropped it somewhere or whatever. So this man says, I'm gonna run to my car real quick and see if it's in there. So I'm like, all right, cool. But mind you, like, we had to valet our cars. So I'm sitting here thinking, like, how are you just gonna like see if it's in your car and then like give the keys back to like the, I don't know. I wasn't really like processing it at the same time, you know? 10 minutes goes by, and like I said, I'm locked in on this drama of this lady who's like having a fucking heart attack at dinner. So 10 minutes go by, and I text him and I'm like, hey, did you get lost? LOL. And he was like, I'm so embarrassed, I can't find my wallet, and I don't want to come back in until I find it. So I gave him another 10 minutes, and at that point I had been sitting there for fucking 20 minutes, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna pay and I'm gonna get the fuck out of here because I realize what's going on, and I just cannot believe it. Like, I was genuinely in so much shock. I paid, walked out the restaurant, got my car, and at this point I'm like crying. I'm like, tears are coming down my face, my makeup is getting messed up, and the poor valet guys were like, do you have allergies? And I was like, no, my date just walked out on me. And they were kind of just like, oh, okay, ma'am, have a great night. And like, it's funny now because at the end of the day, like, it's not embarrassing for me, it's more embarrassing for him, because it's like, you're broke, and being a broke man in this generation must be tough, because like, you have girls like me who are successful, independent, and can pay for everything on their own. So I told him that I left, and of course he's texting me. He's like, I'm so sorry, this is like, I feel so embarrassed, like, I want to make it up to you, like, I found my wallet, I went back to the gym and they had it, like, I promise, let me make it up to you, can you just come over and we can continue this date, like, I don't want to fuck this up. Absolutely fucking not.
Right.
The audacity.
Did he even say, hey, can I send you the money for the meal? Does he not have Cash App like everybody in the entire planet damn near these days? Okay.
This man is just crazy. And he texted me where his apartments were, and he was like, please just fix your makeup, come over, like, I want to make it up to you. And I was like, no, you can make it up to me by sending me your half of the fucking bill.
Or
so
all
then
of it?
I start to like go full detective mode. I started putting his number into Cash App, into PayPal, into Venmo, Facebook, you fucking name it. I was searching for this man everywhere, and he played me because I only have his name, his number, which I'm pretty sure his number is fucking fake, and that's all I have. I don't even have any pictures of him. I have where he lives, like I have like the apartment name, but I don't have anything else. So Andre, if you're watching this, Andre is a 27-year-old man. He just moved from,
if that's his name,
Atlanta to Houston, said he was in the military, said he works in cybersecurity, and that's about all the details I have of him. So Andre, if you're fucking watching this,
he sat here and lied about a wallet. You don't think he lied about his occupation and his name, and he lied about technically a phone number? Okay.
send me my money. Just a PSA to all my girlies who are also in the dating scene with me. Just be careful. You never know who you're fucking going on a date with, and just always, always, always keep your guard up, because there were like tiny red flags that I peeped, but they weren't a big deal. Like literally just him calling me, I was like, why are you calling me? And then before I went to the restroom, he made a comment and was like, oh, like make sure you go to the restroom, don't go out the front door. Like, were you foreshadowing what the fuck you were about to do to me? Anyways, it is really embarrassing, and honestly, like, it is what it is. You kind of just have to charge it to the game, but I swear to fucking God, this man messed with the wrong one. So if y'all see Andre, if you're on Hinge and you come across his page, just know karma's a bitch and it's gonna get you.
I like her. But okay. Okay, I wish I could have made this up. Oh, man.
If you think your dating life is bad, let me tell you a story. Okay, let me tell you a story. See that back there? That's a suitcase. On Monday, I drove 3.5 hours to go visit a guy.
Red flag 1. Girl, what the fuck for? Absolutely not. Unless they send it. Why you couldn't send you a plane ticket? 3-hour drive is crazy. No. No. No.
Because he's in the army and he just never could come visit me. Whatever. So I drive out there to go spend time with him and be close that I can see him every day for 5 days. I come over, he makes me dinner the first night, burnt the dinner to a crisp. Nothing against it, most men can't cook, not surprised. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make dinner tomorrow night. So tomorrow, the next day, I just go drive around and I go grocery shopping and I get like $30 worth of groceries to make like a chicken garlic parm dinner. I go back to his place. For 2 hours, I am cooking so that the house smells good when he gets home and that he has something.
This is wife activities. Wife activities.
Hot and ready to eat when he gets home. So I make this dinner. I prepare it. It's in the oven. He doesn't want to eat when he gets home right away, which, like, whatever. He's like, I'm going to go work out and then I'm going to eat. And I was like, cool. So he goes and works out. He comes out and we eat dinner. Does not say thank you for cooking the food. He does not say thank you for buying the food. And he doesn't even really compliment. He was just like, at the end, it was like, oh, it was good. That was it. And so then I do the dishes and I clean up. He kind of piddles in there a little bit and like dries and.
I'm not cleaning the dishes at somebody else's house on basically what is her first date. They've been talking from what she said for I don't know how damn long, but not long enough. She just drove 3 hours and she got some burnt dinner. And you mean to tell me you waiting until this man get off work, cook it for him? Okay.
Away the dishes. And I was like, okay,
Cleaning
well,
dishes.
maybe he had a long day at work. You know what? I have no idea. He's in the army. Who knows? Who knows what kind of day he had? So I was like, okay, I'll try again tomorrow. So the next day I go out and I get more groceries. I buy the groceries. I go back and I make dinner. He comes home a little early and he goes straight to his bedroom. Straight to his bedroom. And I'm like, okay. So I wait an hour and a half and I'm like, well, he's still not out here. So I'm going to make dinner and eat because I'm hungry. And it's like 6:30 at the time. And I was like, okay, I'm making dinner. So I make a quesadilla for me. I make extra and put it in the microwave for him. He comes out like 45 minutes later after I finish eating. I already washed my dish and put it away. And I'm just sitting on the couch talking to a friend. He literally, I was like, hey, dinner, I made dinner. It's in the microwave for you. And he was like, cool. Goes in, grabs it, literally walks right back to his bedroom. Right back to his bedroom and sits in there and eats the quesadilla.
I'm sorry, I would have walked in there too. Cause what the hell? You just drove 3 hours to basically be doing something that you could have been doing Like, y'all could have kept talking over the phone for all this shit.
I made by himself. And I know I'm really worked up about it because right now it is 10:30 at night and I am going home a day early because I'm not doing this. I'm going to be home at 1 a.m. I don't care. So he comes back out and I was like, so what'd you think of it? And he was like, it was good. Tasted like an actual quesadilla. It tasted like an actual quesadilla because
That's his way of saying it wasn't that good. Cause if I make a chicken dish and they're like, it tasted like chicken, cough it up. Give me the money. That's not happening.
it was an actual quesadilla, okay?
She should have got up and left. The first time he went and just chilled in his bedroom while he has a guest there. She should have just left. I don't know if this was something that was her idea or his.
It's fine. I'm not making dinner tomorrow night. I'm just not doing it. I'm not spending more money on this ungrateful man. So he comes back from work and he's like, hey, what you been doing? You just been chilling today? I'm like, yep, just been chilling. Calling people back home, they're checking in on me, whatever. And he was like, okay, I didn't know if you made dinner or anything. I'm like, I made dinner. No, I did not. So I was like, do you want to watch a movie tonight? And he was like, well, I think I'm going to just work out and make some dinner. And I was like, okay, cool. So he works out, he burns something in the kitchen for dinner. And I'm literally like waiting to see if he's done and we can watch a movie. Goes back to his bedroom like a troll, like a hermit. And so I go and I sit on the couch and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to watch a movie. So I walk out there to go sit on the couch and select a movie. And I hear this man in his bedroom talking to another woman. And I literally have the receipts on this, but he's literally in his bedroom playing a game, talking to another woman.
Y'all see them police sirens that's going by? They would have been at his house at that point. Not really, because I'm not the type of person where I'm just gonna mess up anything. You'll never hear or see from me again. I'm a ghost.
First night that I came over, he was like, I'm gonna go back and play my game. And I'm like, I wonder if he's just been talking to this chick the whole time. So I was on the phone with my friend. I said, you know what? I'm leaving. I'm gonna just make up some crappy story and I'm leaving. So I packed up all my stuff. I put it by the door and I knocked on his door and I hear him, oh, hold on a second. Somebody's knocking at my door. I'm gonna hang up and I'll call you back. I'm like, somebody's me, that person that drove 3.5 hours and took time off work where she could have been earning money to spend time with you. Yeah, that's that someone. So he opens the door and I'm like, hey, my mom's having a medical emergency. She's in the ER. I gotta go home. Total lie, super fabricated. I mean, I really should have just told him straight up that I think you're boring. I think you have no manners. And why are you talking to another girl in your bedroom? Like, well, one is...
Okay, asking the question would be absolutely stupid because the answer is because he wanted to. And if he's doing that while you're there, he is not interested in you, not one fucking bit. And that's not to say that anything is wrong with you. She's a beautiful girl.
Sitting on the couch, literally in your own home. So yeah, I am currently driving home. I am set to arrive at around 1:30 a.m. back in Mississippi. I'm so sick of dating. I'm so sick of dating because I don't know what it is about me, but I just attract the douchiest men, like the douchiest men. And this is terrible. At least I have enough self-worth, I think, to leave. I'm not gonna...
It's the I think. You should have left a long time ago, baby girl. You know that part on SpongeBob where they're like, I have an idea. Let's leave. The only time I have drove an hour to get to something. And the only reason that I've done that is because we were going to the casino and he was already going to have to drive out to the casino. So it would be stupid. And he was closer to the casino, staying in Beaumont. And it was in Lake Charles. So if he drove to come pick me up, I'm in Houston, you know, it just didn't make sense. It's kind of like, you know, a big stupid ass circle. Ma'am. Let me see. I don't know what else she has to say.
At the same time, but like, I'm a traditional kind of gal. I drove here. I spent my gas.
Nothing about this sounds kind of traditional. Order some damn pizza or something. And then it would have been ordered off of his car. You already spent 3 hours. So that means gas. That means your time. 3 hours getting there. 3 hours going back. 6 hours? Whatever. I need you to just take a break from relationships for a little while. And maybe just reevaluate some things. Just because I get you're a traditional woman. We're not in traditional times anymore. But wishes to you, beautiful, all these ladies. Thank you guys for watching. If you stay to the end, turn up to you. If you have any ideas or any video ideas that you want me to do, please put them in the comments below, because I'm gonna do them. We're in this. I'm gonna be recording videos, guys. It's hard for me to edit them, but we'll do it. I'll do it. Thanks for tuning in. You guys have a blessed day.